In the world of GT cars, few are as desirable or as accomplished as the Audi RS7 Sportback. The pinnacle of the breed, this performance variant was launched in South Africa towards the end of last year. Compared to its non-performance sibling, it packs more power, more torque, and crucially, weighs a little bit less. It also comes with a host of unique exterior styling features, including this beautiful set of 22-inch Y-spoke alloy lightweight wheels. You get LED matrix headlamps standard, which will turn vampires into ash in a matter of milliseconds. And customers can spec this, frankly, spectacular shade of Ascari blue paintwork, which, for some perspective, cost more than my 1991 Mazda Miata. Of course, in the age-old GT car tradition, the RS7 comes equipped with a large boot, a generous cabin, and all manner of gizmos to keep you and your passengers entertained as you fire your way from point A to point B. Come have a look. Of course, it would take hours to go through all the standard features that you get in the RS7 Performance, but some of the highlights include sport seats that are ventilated and heated. You get a very nice, sporty Alcantara wrapped steering wheel, a B&O sound system with 3D processing, and more screens than a teenage slumber party. But enough with these spec sheet semantics. You're here to see how the RS7 Performance goes around Swartkorp's Raceway. So let's get on with the show. This is one fast car, let me tell you. So just for a little background, the RS7 Performance packs a 4-litre twin turbocharged V8 engine, and it's good for 463 kilowatts and 850 Newton meters of torque. And it's quick, it's real quick. Now, it's been a while since I've driven an RS Audi around a racetrack. You know, I don't get out much these days, but off the bat, I've got to say, this car is very pointy for such a big machine. It tips the scales at 2,065 kilograms, and it feels very, very nice and light. This car is fitted with the optional RS dynamic package, and that gives you all-wheel steering, which is probably why it feels so nimble and pointy on turn-in. You get Audi's sport differential at the back, which makes it pretty playful. Performance Audis of old were known to plow and understeer, but there's some life in this car. There really is, and I like it. Gearbox-wise, we're working with an 8-speed Tiptronic with some RS-specific software, and it does a really good job. A lot of manufacturers are not going the dual-clutch route on performance variants, and I have no problem with that. This does a really good job. I'm using manual mode now because that's what I like to do on racetracks. It's snappy. It's a lot snappier than the auto that was in that Ford Mustang I drove last year. Stopping power, you've got a set of RS steel disc brakes as standard, and for what I'm doing now they seem to be more than up to the job. Not much fade here, in fact there's no fade. It is a cool day. I'm not pushing 10 tenths, I'm sort of coming around the circuit at 7 tenths, you know, mechanical sympathy and all that, but again, RS cars of old weren't very well known for their braking prowess, and these are more than up to it. A little bit of understeer as the tires get hotter, but for what this is, a Grand Tourer and a heavy Grand Tourer, it feels very sure-footed around the racetrack. And that sport differential just gives it a little bit more sideways slip. It's a lot more dynamic to drive. And there you have it, the Audi RS7 Performance. A stately, aspirational, comfortable and luxurious GT car that'll tear the teeth out of any long-distance jaunt. It also happens to make a surprisingly good track car, a German bullet with butterfly wings.
You're watching Ignition GT. Welcome back. The Audi RS7 has always been a consummate Grand Tourer, but the new range of performance upgrades has transformed it into a legal track weapon too. Gentlemen, shoo, you guys are behind a very powerful car. Let me start with you, Edward. What were your impressions just jumping into that car?
Exhilarating, I think, is the first word I can put. You know, I think they've done a good job. The first thing you think is, okay, it might be a little bit of a heavy sort of car, but it was actually quite light. And man, oh man, this segment is fascinating.
Yeah, I can tell by the smile on your face. You definitely had fun in that car.
Absolutely.
You're just like a kid in a candy shop.
Absolutely.
Shoo, I mean, V8 4-liter, that's something, especially in a segment now that's, you know, we don't even have those V8s that we can look forward to in future. So it kind of is a good thing to savor them now. Hey, Brian?
It is. I mean, the numbers, like Edward was saying, I mean, the numbers are just something else. I got stopped over by police.
Of course.
Twice. The first guys asked me, look, where's your license? Gave them my driver's license. The guy was like, no, we need your pilot's license.
Because it really is a missile.
It is. And I mean, the fuel consumption is also shocking as well. I mean, you look at it, you're like, oh, 15 or 14 liters or something. But it's giving out, what, 11, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Sure.
So, I mean, it was quite impressive.
You guys are both family men. How does that fit into your day-to-day, would you say?
So, I mean, it's huge inside. I mean, boot space, you're looking at about, what, 536 liters or something, and that's quite massive for a car like that, you know, a Sportback. And space inside, it's impressive as well. It's huge, enough legroom at the back.
And let's look a little bit about, you know, its direct competitors. If you had to then look at, you know, which we say we haven't driven, the AMG GT and M8, you know, coupe. Off the bat, what do you think would be your pick, respectively? Having
gone in here and having seen other international reviews and what the outcome in most of them has been, this car's done really well. Again, it's a pity before coming here I didn't get the chance to go into the Mercedes. But looking at some of the reviews, it really has kind of elevated its credentials quite significantly, and it really is impressive. For me, I can't fault it. So for now, I think I'll kind of go more towards the RS7.
Look, I'll side with Edward. For me, this was a winner. I haven't also driven the other competitors, but from just stepping into this car, I'm going to stick to the RS7.
That's it.
There's no two ways about it.